All right, yo, what's going on? Let's see. Got this AC blowing, or so. Hope it ain't making too much noise. Hope y'all can hear me. Um, yeah, I'm not. I'm in my room this time. I had to got the TV playing because I was trying to watch something at the same time. So I'm in a different room today, not in my office. So if there's any noise, let me know. Okay, you can hear me loud and clear. Turn this sound up just a little bit. There we go. All right, y'all. Marcus Bell, what's up? Said you already got that going. Okay. Yeah, Lolita, Mark, what's up? Two Beasts, what's going on? Good weekend of fights, man. Good weekend all around. Crazy stuff. So we got Mark from Australia, and now we got Mark Robinson. What's going on? Got a lot of marks. Mark 1, Mark 2. I think we got a Mark 3 and a Mark 4 somewhere. And then we got Marcus. Yeah. So, yeah, man, let's go ahead and get started. We're at the 5 minute mark. We 5 minutes in. I usually like to let it run. But, yeah, man, let's get to going. Welcome back to another live stream. And, y'all know who I am, Combo Breaker 99. Good weekend of fights, man. I said definitely got to get on here and talk a little bit about everything. UFC, a little bit of Wilder Fury. You know, I think I'll do the Wilder Fury last. Yeah, let's do Wilder Fury. I don't know if y'all are boxing fans. We could talk about that last. But I definitely want to talk about this card, UFC Fight Night card. Lupe Benitez making her, well, it's not her debut, but getting her first win. She got her first win against Gomez Juarez. Good performance. You know, let's talk about that. What could be next for her? Mazo. Oh man, wow, man, what goodness, man. Mazo Agapova. We know Mazo Agapova. I guess that's how you pronounce it, right? Agap. I usually say Agapova, but Agapova is the right way. You know, the UFC says Agapova, so I guess they're right. So Mazo Agapova. I wasn't really shocked. I expected it to be more back and forth, like 50-50, but Agapova just completely outclassed her. Like, I was surprised at Mazo's game plan in this fight, like her lack of technique and IQ. It was almost like, I won't say sad to watch, but I'm like, wow, come on now. You ain't got more to your game? Let me set this thing up here. Okay, so that was crazy. Like, I didn't see it going that one-sided. Really, I didn't. So let's talk about that. Definitely got to talk about Dern Rodriguez. I'm trying not to rub it in too much because, you know, I picked Rodriguez. Not many people pick Rodriguez, so I'm going to try not to rub it in. So I'm going to try. Wilder Fury, though. Wilder Fury, that was probably one of the best boxing matches of 2021. You know, 2021 hasn't offered much in boxing, you know, but this fight did pretty much make up for it. I think it did. You know, I think Wilder Fury definitely, when they get together, they put on a good fight. Definitely put on a good showing. So, yeah, I want to go back into that a little bit as well. But Lupe, man, Lupe Benitez, shout out to Lupe, man. She really showcased a good skill set of everything in one round. Like, you saw Lupe throw punches, you saw her go in for takedowns, and you saw her wrestle. Shoot, I think Lupe Benitez could show Mackenzie Dern a thing or two about wrestling. What about y'all? I mean, yeah, I ain't lying, am I? You know what I mean? Like, I think Lupita, yeah, Marcus, Lupita's been working on her wrestling. Like, I think her wrestling's been decent. Like, I seen her in some LFA fights. She looks good. Like, her boxing, her stand up's always been good. But I think her body's kind of made for wrestling the way she's so athletic and quick. But she definitely looked good. Like, it did not look it didn't look average. It did not look average. Her wrestling really looked the part on her level. You know what I mean? Like the way she was able to handle this girl, like, and just shoot in. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, think about it. Like, Dern, she struggled a little bit. You know, Dern, she struggled a little bit. Like, I won't say a little bit, but she was struggling, like, to get Marina down. Like, you could see it in the technique, like, on how she was trying to go for takedowns. But, like, Lupe Benitez, she was taking the right approach. You know, she was shooting in, switching the levels, punching her way in with nice punches. It was just all around educated on her level. Like I said, I don't want you to think I'm overhyping, but she did what she was supposed to do on her level. Quick win, you know, it was a good quick win. Juarez, I think she was just outgunned in every aspect of the fight. Juarez was supposed to be on the Contender Series, right? She was supposed to be on it next week, right? I think I said that. I got to put out my video, but Juarez was supposed to be on the Contender Series next Tuesday, I think. But she stepped in after Sam Hughes. You know, somebody on her team tested positive, so they put her in. But you know, that's the thing, man. Like, it was kind of a switch in the gear for her because, you know, you jump right into the UFC and you going in there with a hungry girl like Benitez. I know Benitez is not that, like, experienced or like a big fight that's overmatched for Juarez, but I think it was kind of a big shift for Juarez, her mind frame. It wasn't just like I'm coming in to fight on the Contender Series. I'm actually I'm on a big card here, you know. To be said, Lupe versus Jillian. No, Lupe's 115, so I would like Lupe versus Brianna the Bull. Lupita Benitez versus Brianna the Bull, Brianna Van Buren, that would be good. Or Lupita Benitez versus Corey McKenna is a good name. So yeah, still like I said, still early to tell on how everything can be put together in a higher level fight, but no, like, she showed you a little bit of everything. That's what we want to see. But her hand game is good. She's got good hands. She's definitely got good hands. I liked her boxing. Like, she pieced up Vanessa Demopoulos for that LFA belt. She beat Jessica Panay, in my opinion, too. She's strong, man. She's really strong, man. She's very strong. I noticed that. Like, yeah, 5'1", she's a strong girl, man. Like, all around good balance, good size. I want to see more. I do want to see more. Or reschedule Sam Hughes. That would be a good fight. Reschedule the Sam Hughes fight. Yeah, that would be good. Reschedule Sam Hughes. That would be a good fight. Sam Hughes, or like we said, Corey McKenna. Mark said Jinyu Frey. Yeah, Jinyu Frey. That would be a good test. See, like, another next coming to Tisha Torres. You know, maybe a little bit more work needs to be done, but might be a next coming to Tisha Torres. You know. All right, Gary Baldwin, what's going on? Marcus said Agapova. Okay, I'm going to say Agapova from now on. Agapova did good, but going forward, she doesn't need to fight off her emotions because that could throw her a game. Yeah, that's what was my big question mark about her, man. So, yeah, shout out to Lupe Benitez. I still like to see her in Sam Hughes put the fight on because I think it would be a little bit closer, definitely. But she's definitely got some tools. Man. She definitely got some tools. Her strength is there. For the level she's on, her strength is there. It is. All right. Yeah, Mazo Agapova. The fight really, like I said, it did not shock me. It could have went either way. Like I said, Agapova really has. Oh, Marcus said put her in there, Aaron Blanchfield. He said give her, give her my squeeze next. Come on now, look, Aaron Blanchfield. Hold on, I gotta fix something. There we go. Aaron Blanchfield is good, but that would be a good fight. I think highly of Aaron Blanchfield. I'm not gonna lie. Look, I think highly of Aaron Blanchfield. I told you that. Like she's young. She's got the skill. She's got talent. So I'll take that. I'll take that, Mark. I'll take that. Okay, I'll take that. Let me go back up here in the chat real quick before we talk about this fight. What else are y'all saying? Okay, and shout out to everybody that came through when I called these fights. They were good. I enjoyed calling the fights with y'all last night. Yeah, Lupita looked good. She looked good. She didn't let up either. Yeah, very, 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 very talented. Very talented fighter. Yeah. So Mazo really did not. She really did not show any type of level that I was expecting. Keys to victory. She did not execute. I thought she should have played the counter puncher. She should not have been chasing Agapova the way she was. My thing was you gotta get going fast, and you gotta let her come to you. Let Agapova lead. You play the counter striker. But what did she do? She led, and I said, yeah, Agapova lead, and you play the counter striker. But she did the opposite. She led and let Agapova play the counter striker. And in that situation, it left her open because she's not a good defensive fighter. Mazo's not one to move her head. I said that before the fight took place. Mazo does not move her head. Yeah, Gary Baldwin, she really only has kicks. Like, she did not have a jab. She did not have a straight right hand. She could not get the range. Colt said Agapova beat the crap out of Mazo. She did, man. She did. Mark said, I can't believe Mazo just continued to chase her down. Right, that's what I'm going to talk about here. Like, her problem was she walked into, like I said, I might do a video breaking this down. Like, y'all see the title there, What Went Wrong? I'm going to probably do a video talking about this fight because this is something a lot of fighters that get wrong. What went wrong? That's the name of the video I'm going to do. I'm going to start doing videos like that called What Went Wrong, okay? And I'm going to give you what went wrong with Sabina Mazo straight up. Like, Agapova is a southpaw. Agapova is a southpaw, right? And she's constantly moving to her left. And Mazo is walking straight into her power hand. Like, if you look at Mazo's feet, like, Mazo's never positioning her lead foot on the outside of the southpaw. You gotta keep your lead foot on the outside of theirs, so you're at an angle where they can't get a clean shot. But if you continue to line yourself up into their straight left hand or their right hook, you will get tagged all night long. And that was her problem. She got tagged all night long because she was walking into those shots. Like, she was just chasing her down and walking right into those shots. Like, that's what went wrong. Like, Mazo's the taller fighter, but you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell because Agapova was constantly circling and fighting tall and extending her reach. You know, Agapova was always in a position to strike. She was measuring beautifully, with the left hand and the right hand and kicks. She was measuring her feet. So every time she stepped to the left and she was out of range, she let Mazo walk in, and then boom, 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 caught her, back on the bite, back on the move. Back on the move. She stopped, boom, 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 catch her with combination. And it was nice combinations too. Like, she was not head hunting, she was body punching. Y'all like the body punches, right? Like, she was landing some nice body punches in this fight. I was like, okay, Agapova, right hook to the body, straight left hand up the stairs. All around nice work, breaking her down. And this is the Agapova I remember. Like, Mark from Australia. I might have put her on my triple threat earlier. I probably would have put her on my triple threat earlier. Like, she was actually on my radar before Manon was. Agapova was actually on my radar with Aaron Blanchfield. It used to be Aaron Blanchfield, Miranda, and Agapova. But Agapova just kind of fell off last year, and she wasn't consistent. So she kind of fell off my radar. But yeah, like before this, like before Manon, like I saw this girl like having talent, breaking fighters down, and just finishing them off with the submission win. Like, this win is how she picked. This win is how she used to do some of her fighters in Invicta. After she knock them down, she choke them out. She's got power, but she just kind of erased a lot of stuff with that mental weakness. Her focus was just gone against Shannon Dobson. I was like, what are you doing? This ain't the same fighter. Colton said, I knew Agapova was going to come back strong. She needed time to recharge. Mark said, Mazo and her team underestimated Agapova just like I did. Yeah, I didn't necessarily underestimate her by skill set. I would just underestimate her mind. You know what I mean? Like, when I do my keys of victory, I was like, she's definitely got the power. She's definitely got the volume. Like, Marina Moreau beat Mazo. I bring that up because Marina Moreau was putting hands on Mazo. The head movement is not there. It's constant combinations just busting her up, Yeah, great to hear Marina throw. Oh, man. Marina throw shade at Joanna post-fight, and I agree with you. Oh, yeah. We got to talk about that, man. Marcus said Agapova's loss to Shannon Dobson wasn't a fluke. Agapova just didn't fight smart. Yeah, it wasn't a fluke. If you give it to her, she'll take it. Right? You give it to a fighter, they'll take it. It wasn't a fluke. It'll happen again if you fall out of focus, for sure. Colton said, I think that loss to Shanna. Oh yeah, I was reading it backwards. Okay, no, I wasn't no fluke. Yeah, but Decimated said threat. Oh, you think she's a threat? Okay. Yeah. Agapova, like I said, she was on my radar. And if she can keep another string of wins going, maybe her and Tracy Cortez, they can run it back. Ooh, we know who she called out, though. Y'all remember who she called out. I don't know where BJ is, because, BJ, he caught that, too. He thought that was a good call out. Called out Marina Moreau. I mean, it's not like a big fight, but the thing is, there was there's some history between these two. Marina Moreau and Agapova had some issues, if y'all didn't know. But real quick, Mazo, by the end of the first round, she was red, man. She was busted up, and second round was more of the same, chasing and chasing. Boom, getting hit, combinations. Finally, in that third round, I was like, it's only a matter of time. And boom, she caught her with that check right hook, put her down, and choked her out. So Mazo got a lot of work to do, man. I had faith in her kicks and her power. I thought she was going to measure. Ulysses said, I I like Agapova a lot. She enters the top 15 in the future. Yeah, I think so. I think so, Ulysses. I think she can get there. You know, I think she can get there as long as she's focused. Oh no, she calling out Marina Moreau Colton because of some business. Like, I don't think it's shooting low. She does need some more. She needs to put together a string of wins on some low ranked fighters before she can get to 15. You know. Hold on, let me see. Let me pull this article up because we're gonna talk about that real quick. Mazo, you want to know why she called out Marina Moreau, right? And why not? Why not? Because why not? Because it's better to solve this beef in the octagon than on the street, where you won't really find too much on it. Yeah, I found some article. You know, I found out what the beef was about a while back. You know, they used to say she was on some substances. She was a troublemaker. But let's just look at the recent interview here. Yeah, Marina Moreau was putting her on blast though. She said this girl is causing trouble in the gym. Let me pull this up. Come on. Here we go. Agapova spends her money on her hair. Cole said, I just want to know what Agapova is blowing her money on because she keeps getting fight bonuses and then days she's struggling financially and broke before every fight. I don't know. Like, she says she's sending money back home to family. You know, she's sending money home to family and everything. So I don't know if it's because of that or she, just spending it on the wrong things. I don't know. Gary Baldwin said Moreau and Agapova are on the same level. Very much so until the fight happens. All right. So I got the article right here. This is just the interview, most recent. So Maria Agapova has one thing clear in her mind: she wants to fight Marina Moreau. Right? She's just jealous, and second, she's sneaky. She tried to destroy my career. I lost sponsorships because of her interview and gotten a big trouble situation. I would like to punish this B because she tried to destroy my career. I want to smash her. She said that the Kazakhstani fighter explained to reporters she'd like to get payback over some serious accusations Moreau made over the summer. So let's go back to that article. Man, it's in Kazakhstan. Let me Can I translate this to English? Why are they gonna put the link to that article? It's not even English here. Oh man, come on. And Google is not translating this thing to English like it's supposed to. Come on, man. Anyways, I'm gonna talk about it again later this week, and when I find the English translation, I can fill y'all in just in case y'all didn't know, or y'all can find it too. Y'all know, they had beef over the summer because she put her on blast about training and some of the stuff she was getting in trouble, I guess with guys and things like that. So Marina Moreau caused her to lose sponsorships, and she's saying that she's one of the reasons she's broke. But I don't know. I mean, if you do that stuff, that's on you, right? So I can't say can't blame. I mean, they're part of the same gym, and maybe Moreau was just calling out what she sees. But if the fight happens, I think it would be a good fight because, there you go. Ulysses said she accused her of threatening people in ATT with a knife. Right. I couldn't remember. Yeah. Because there was some other stuff going on, substance abuse and that. She threatened people with a knife. I guess Marina Moreau just telling what she saw, and I'm sure somebody else would have said something too if she pulled a knife on him, right? If she pulled a knife on him, she probably wasn't the only one that was telling. So, hey. And since then, that's a lot of the things she was dealing with besides the loss. She was dealing with financial issues, finding a place to stay, things like that. So there's a lot of stuff going on. That girl got a lot going on, man. And I think she's got a lot of work to do, not just technically in the ring, in the octagon, but she has a lot of work to do, man, for real. Very interesting fighter, but she's got a lot of work to do when it comes down to actually getting her life right. And, she's still young too, so you gotta get it. You gotta get it together. But I think their fight will make for interesting, backstory. And honestly, man, the fight could go either way, because I think Marina Moreau's skill level is better than Mazo's. She beat Mazo. She beat Mayra Bueno Silva. So Marina Moreau, even though she's been pulling out a fight, she's not a bad fighter. Marina Moreau, she's a good fighter. She's beat some good flyweights, but she just got to show up. That's the problem. She's got to show up. But that's how I would like to see them solve it. Get in the octagon and fight. No more outside antics. Just get in the octagon and fight. So at least she calls somebody out. At least she calls somebody out, right? And now here is, ladies and gentlemen, standing at 6 feet. Ooh, about to turn the fight on. Sorry. Yeah, because Gary said if she wants money, she should give up on her, because he said she ain't going to show up. Yeah, that's the problem, though. Her not showing up. Yeah. So that's their situation. I hope Mazo gets it together and works on some different things, like her defense, because when she goes in there with any of these other unranked fighters, they put her in there with Manon, Sarge, any of these fighters, she's not going to fare well, man. She got pieced up in this fight, man. Mazo got pieced up, so there's a lot of work to be done. Okay, y'all. So, Decimated said, yeah. She lost to Angela Hill. Yeah, Marina Moreau is a boxer. Like, Marina Moreau is a boxer. Like, she can clinch, fight, and she can wrestle, but Marina Moreau is a boxer. So, when it came down to hands, Angela Hill won that fight. Yeah, that was at 115. So. Yeah, Hill's really just a Muay Thai fighter, but Moreau. Yeah, Moreau lost Angela Hill, but yeah, she submitted JoJo. Yeah, that was JoJo's first loss. I was like, wow. Yeah, Mazo. Yeah, like Montana De La Rosa, her nose is a target. Yeah, when you start working the nose, yeah, that's true. I've said that before here. I said, look, some fighters have them big noses and they're targets. Like, it's not to be funny. It's true. Like, Liana Jojua, Montana De La Rosa, when you target bridge of the nose, that's a big target, and they start bleeding. Marina Moreau, she targeted Mazo's nose, busted it open. Agapova, she did the same, man. Yeah, it's a big target. All right, y'all. So, main event. But yeah, I'm going to go back and do that article later so we can talk about that. But here we go. The main event, y'all. Marina Rodriguez and Mackenzie Dern. Let's talk. I told y'all the more and more I went back and watched fights on Marina Rodriguez, my confidence started to grow. My confidence even grew when I saw Marina lose to Carla Esparza. When I saw Carla Esparza beat Marina Rodriguez, for some reason in my mind, I said, I don't think Mackenzie Dern's going to win this fight. You know, I said, she's not going to win this fight because the approach Carla Esparza's taking here is all focused on taking this fight to the ground like a wrestler. You know, she wants to wrestle. And the dangerous part I knew about this fight was that Mackenzie Dern was going to be looking for not really takedowns, but she was going to be looking for strikes. She was going to be looking to strike, you know, and she wants to test her striking out. She wanted to test her striking out, but that wasn't smart. You testing your striking out against a world-class striker, Muay Thai champion like Marina Rodriguez, that's not a good idea. You know, you can use your striking for certain things, you know, just the basics. You know, you don't have to be great at it, just good. Use your basics. But she wanted to actually strike with Marina Rodriguez. Like, what's she doing? You know, like, you can't strike with it. You know, you gotta throw a jab out, shoot, try to shoot in for a takedown, shoot in for an ankle, single leg, you know, switch levels. But she was on the outside too much, you know, and when I thought about it, I was like, I already put my pick out. I was like, yeah, I think Marina's definitely going to win this fight because Marina's just too much of a confident fighter with her stand-up, where Mackenzie, though, like I said, we see improvements. We can see obvious improvements in her game. That doesn't necessarily mean she's going to be better. That's why I did that video like a few days ago. Like, Mackenzie Dern is obviously improving. That's why I emphasize that, because I see improvements, but that's not saying it was going to be enough to beat Marina, because you don't know. Marina is going to be working on her takedown defenses. Like I said, like, she was going to be working on her game, and like, Marina's subtle improvements are going to be enough to survive. Because let me ask y'all again, like, we talk about Marina struggling on the ground, but who has submitted Marina Rodriguez? That's the question. Like, Marina doesn't have much of a jiu-jitsu game. We talk about how she looks, but then I was thinking, I said, well, who submitted her? Nobody, right? And like, who has Mackenzie Dern really taken down to get her submissions? That was another question I had to factor in. I was like, who has Mackenzie Dern taken down to get submission wins? Like, she usually lures people in, or, you know, maybe knock them down, or they'll even walk into the submission, but she's never really like slammed them body to anybody and took them down and grappled with anybody, right? She's never really wrestled like that. Like, evidence in this fight, her wrestling was very sloppy. Her clinch game was sloppy. I think Marina, her confidence grew when she saw how Mackenzie Dern would just kind of wrap up her arms and like just kind of go for a sloppy underhook, and she was just laying on her. So Marina just had to break and take control of the center of the octagon again. Like, she was never in trouble. She said, oh, this is easy. Let me go back to my leg kicks in my right hand, you know? So, like, a lot of the stuff Mackenzie Dern was doing just looked like she wasn't properly. I'm sure she's properly trained. You know, they're giving her advice, but she just wanted to try different things. Like, it's hard to break bad habits. Like, if you see the picture I put here, like, look how she got her head down. Like she got her head down and she swing that wild right hand. Like, Marina Rodriguez sees that coming from a mile away. You know. Colton said Mackenzie Dern always struggles to get the takedown. She takes hella shots doing it. Yeah, I thought she was going to get knocked out in this fight, honestly. Like, I thought she was going to walk into it because her head was always, like, down. So I knew it was going to be way too much for her. Yeah, Dern doesn't know how to shoot, doesn't know how to close distance. She needs a boxing Muay Thai coach. Yeah. Well, Jason Perillo's our good boxing coach. You know, he's trained Cyborg, Chris Cyborg, and fighters. So I think Jason Perillo's pretty good. I think she just ain't execute. Colton said, for much as Rodriguez is taken down, she's always been able to avoid the submission. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. Very, very good at surviving. Decimated said Mackenzie Dern had this really excited, amped up facial expression that she wanted to prove her striking and be aggressive, but her opponent was relaxed and countered very well. Yeah, like that was her mistake. She thought she could do a couple of training camps and strike with her. I was like, no way. I was like, your main thing has got to be focused on a jab and taking this fight down with your wrestling. That's why I emphasize wrestling more than her striking. I was like, you got to keep it basic with the hands, and you got the muscle, Marina. You got the grabber. You got the underhooks. Get that trip in. Like her foot positioning and her position in her underhooks was just awful. Ulysses said Dern is a 115 Ronda Rousey. Dang. I don't think it's too late for her though. Like Mackenzie Dern got room for improvement though. She's got time to work. Turn this TV down. All right. Mark Robinson said every round starts on the feet, so that favors the striker. He said, what do you think about starting each round in the position the fighters were in when the last round finished? That'd be interesting. I think it would be dangerous. Like if Dern finished the second round on top and you picked up where you left off on the third round, yeah, that would be dangerous. That would always be dangerous. But you never know, because Marina be surviving, man. But I don't know. That would be weird. Yeah, it would be fair for grapplers, but it would be bad for entertainment. Yeah, like, cause people would be like, oh man, like we're not starting over, cause every round is supposed to be like a new fight, and it would only be fair to both fighters actually to start over. I don't even see her troubling Carla, to be honest. Like Mackenzie Dern, I don't even see her troubling Carla. Like Carla can wrestle. Carla's positioning and her ability to control top position. Like Carla beat Verna Jandiroba, who's a submission threat. You know what I mean? Carla handled Verna Jandiroba. Some good striking, good groundwork in that fight. So I think Carla beats Mackenzie Dern as well. Colton said, what about Rodriguez almost doing that triangle choke on Dern? Do you think grapplers get too comfortable thinking they're the only threat on the ground? I do, Colton. I think they get too comfortable. You remember how do you think GDR got her first submission win? Right? That's how GDR got her first submission win, because Juliana Pena got reckless. She shot in for the takedown, right? And neck was wide open. And what did GDR do? She locked in the guillotine. They fell to the ground, and Pena was out. So, yeah, I think you get comfortable, because Marina almost executed a head-arm choke. But Mackenzie Dern, she stayed alive and active and was able to break. But, yeah, Rodriguez, yeah, she did lock in a head and arm choke. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. But leaving that many openings, like, imagine Mackenzie Dern leaving that open on Carla. Carla might capitalize. Carla, I could see Carla taking advantage of an opening like that. She's strong. Y'all forget, like, Mackenzie Dern's jiu-jitsu is better than Carla, but Carla's physically stronger. Yeah, that's what I had to think of on that one. Yeah, because that's a perfect example of a striker submitting a grappler. The boss said, I don't believe Mackenzie wanted to strike at all. She just used her punches to push Marina against the fence so she could clinch up. But it was very, very amateurish, man. Like, I think she spent a lot of time on the outside in the third and fourth round because she was worried about the power of Marina. And then, yeah, she wanted to punch her way in for a clinch, but then her clinch game wasn't that good. So Marina had every advantage in this fight. Mark said Dern seems smaller than I remember. Maybe that Rodriguez frame is just that big. Yeah. Rodriguez just tall and long like that. Mackenzie Dern, she looked about the same size. I mean, she did lose. She did trim down and put on more muscle, but yeah, Mackenzie's about the same size. Yeah. So let's see. Ulysses said Marina's long. Yeah, she is. Her and Joanna are like the longest wiry bodies in the division. Mark said UFC must be pissed pushing Dern and Ebos, and both are coming up short. Let's see if they push Marina now and give her next shot. I know they messed up. Rodriguez, she put both of them bodies on her resume. You gotta love it, man, because they did Marina wrong too, man. They did Marina Rodriguez wrong when they took her. They did Marina Rodriguez wrong when they took her her ranking. Like Marina was number 5 and Rodriguez was number 6. Right? So why would you do that? Marina's number 5 and Dern was 6, and then she goes up to number 4. I was like, how did Dern get to number 4? It doesn't make any sense. Like Dern was supposed to be number 6 because she hadn't proved anything else except the Nina Azaroff win, and Rodriguez beat Waterston and Ebos. So they tried to push her to number 4. They tried to sneak her to number 4 in Jan Janan's old spot. Mm. Let's see. The boss said, I agree. Mackenzie's clinching game wasn't good enough. Marina's Muay Thai background definitely helped her escaping the clinch situations. Yeah, like every time she tried to get up in those like underhooks, Marina would get into her clinch and just separate. Good footwork too. Like overall, Marina Rodriguez's footwork really saved her a lot of from a lot of big shots. Her footwork really saved her from a lot of those big shots coming from Mackenzie Dern. Winging those wild shots. Yeah, Mark Robinson said Marina called out Joanna for not fighting. I'm sure the MMA media is going to take out run with it a bit. I mean, I'm going to mention it myself. Like, I'm glad she did call her out though, man. Like, I'm glad she did. I mean, that's the perfect way to get it. Get that fight. So that's telling you that she'll take that fight. So why not, right? Get that fight and you win, then you get a title shot. So I like that for sure, man. Yeah, man, she sure did. Okay, but yeah, we'll talk about that though, cause I want to go back and look at a little bit of the whole interview. I just caught a couple of glimpses before I fell asleep, man. What else though? Yeah, though Mackenzie Dern, though, man. Like I don't see her as like a bad fighter. You know what I mean? Like, or one dimensional. It's just a lot of like commitment that needs to be done to putting things together with her. Like, I'm glad she is working on her other disciplines, but this was a major fight for her. She wasn't just gonna go in there and defeat Marina Rodriguez. I couldn't pick her. A lot of y'all picked Dern. I just could not pick Dern, man. I was like, I can't. I can't. I was like, the only thing she has going is the submission. Like, she's not gonna land any punches on Marina because Marina's too good of a striker. Her footwork is too good, and the possibility of her getting knocked out is high. You know, the only way she's gonna go for a submission is if Mackenzie can get her to the ground. And my thing is, Marina's never been submitted. You know, as many people take her down, nobody still was able to submit her. Yeah, Marina's should be at 4 now, right? She should be at 4. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, Marina should be at 4 by next week, so hopefully that works out. Hopefully they put Dern back down a little bit at 5 or 6. Um, yeah, Yon could possibly beat Dern. Yeah, Yon would probably beat Dern because if you can't get her down, she's gonna outstrike you. Like her hand speed would be a big be a big problem. So, and I think Carla would do it. You know, like Carla could beat Dern as well. Um, you know, a lot of people felt that same way about Carla being submitted by Dern, but um, I don't know, man. Carla too strong. Colton said when Joanna lost to Wei Lee in a decision where people thought she won, do you think she's justified in saying the only one she wants to fight for the title again with how she's sacrificed in the division and the wars and damage she's had, or should she move on? Nah, she ain't justified that, in my opinion. I mean, no, not at all. I mean, the wars and damage she had, that's on her. You know what I mean? Like, everybody takes damage in the ring or an octagon. I mean, that's on you if you want to get hit. Like, you don't got to get hit that much. Like, you don't have to have your head swelling up like a balloon. You know, you could make it a boring fight if you wanted to. But that's not a way to justify that she can only fight for the title because there's still other fighters doing better than her right now. And you know, your title reign was 4 years ago. And if you want to argue, you know, Rose has fought some just as tough, maybe even better competition in a row than Joanna has. You know, Rose has fought Andrade twice. She's about to fight Wei Lee twice. Um, she's fought Joanna twice. So she's actually continuing to fight top level fighters. So I don't think that Joanna can really justify that she comes back just for a title shot. That ain't gonna work. Not whenever Marina Rodriguez and Carla Esparza are still here working. Like, she hasn't done anything to secure that spot for 2 years. You know, you gotta fight to secure that spot. I don't care who you are. I think Marina Rodriguez is gonna touch that belt soon. Like, I don't know who it's gonna be against, but I think Marina Rodriguez will hold that belt someday. Like, I could see her holding that belt. Like, Marina could hold that belt. Like, that's how competitive the division is, and that's how talented she is. Um, I could see her beating Wei Lee. I think Rose would be a tough fight, but I could see her beating Rose. I could see her beating Joanna. You know, they're all like Marina's already beat so many different styles. So, if anything, I would give maybe just a little edge to those champions. But in some ways, they could be 50-50. Like, Marina versus Joanna, all for 2 years, could be 50-50. You know, Wei Lee, Marina could be 50-50, depending on what Wei Lee looks like in this Rose fight. Like, if Rose beats her again off of the striking, then Marina is gonna have an issue. I mean, then Wei Lee's gonna have an issue with Marina. You know. Cole said, I think she needs to step up and do that Marina Rodriguez fight that everyone wants, or else walk away. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's all I want. Like, I don't think she has any right to say she deserves a title shot. Not with her being out for so long. Not at all. Not at all. But for sure, man. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I am going to do a video on Joanna versus Marina again because that fight needs to happen. I might say it's repeating, but hey, we need to see it happen. We need that fight to happen. All right, so Cole said, I mean, JJ could walk away with a lot of respect, but I do kind of feel way because she went all out on the Whaley fight. People thought that she won and she didn't get it because she was challenging. It goes like that sometime, though, man. You know, I know it doesn't sound fair, but it goes like that sometime. Yeah, we thought she got it. It was a close fight. It was up to one of them to make an adjustment and stop trading. I don't know. Yeah, if Joanna doesn't get out of the way, yes. If she doesn't fight soon or get out of the way, that's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be hard to make like who fights for the title next. Well, Carla deserves it. I would say that. All right, so let's see. Mark said Carla and Rodriguez rematch is too soon. Carla's wait. Actually, Marina said Carla should be able to fight for the title next. They said let her fight for the title, and I think Marina Rodriguez said she would fight Carla in a rematch if it was a title fight. So that's cool with me, man. Yon should fight down. Yeah, I think Yon should fight down. No, Marina needs to fight up. From here, Marina just needs to fight up. You know, I don't want to see her fight Yon. Mark said, can't wait for Lamos. Oh, yeah, Lamos, man. Lamos on the come up, too, man. She's going to be in that mix, too, soon. That's going to be crazy. All right, y'all got about 15 of y'all in here. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, too. Like I always say, y'all hit the like button. I keep doing it. Colin said, do you think Carla has a chance against Wei Lee? Um, I think, I think, mm, I don't know, cause Carla, Carla's style kind of plays into what Wei Lee wants a little bit more. Carla has a style that plays into it, and I think Wei Lee might be physically stronger than Carla. If Carla can, if Carla falls into the wrestling, I think Wei Lee could control her, man. Like I think she would be strong enough to hold her down and control her and ground and pound. You know, similar to how Tatiana was able to do. Like, if you're stronger than Carla, then you can out wrestle and outwork her. I kind of favor Wei Lee against Carla. Yeah, Lamos is gonna be something when she gets to that that point, man. When Lamos gets up there, you're gonna have two. I mean, right now, two of my favorite strikers are Marina and Lamos. But Lamos is like, man, like her style is like, wow. Like the way she's been putting it together, man. Like I need to see a few more, but when she takes on Nina Ansaroff in this next fight, it's gonna be crazy when she defeats her. If she defeats her, yeah, Lemos is gonna be a problem though. Yeah, Lemos got powerful legs too, man. I've been watching her train, man, hitting the mat. She's been looking good. But let's see. Let's talk. We'll jump back to some WMMA talk here. I just want to go on this boxing match, Wilder Fury, Fury Wilder 3. So yeah, man. I don't know. Like I said, if y'all hardcore boxing fans or not, this was a good fight. This was a fight y'all didn't want to miss, man. It's definitely a fight that I enjoyed last night. It was worth the wait. Um, I mean, they take forever with all these anthems and walkouts and ring announcements, but Fury versus Wilder 3, I'm glad they closed the chapter on this book now. And, overall, you just have to say that Fury just has Wilder's number. And he's just, when you put two big men in there, and if one big man has the higher IQ and the grit to go into deep waters, he has more than power, then he will succeed. Tyson Fury just proved that he doesn't carry the Wilder power, but he carries the physical strength that that you need to be, an all-around good fighter. He can switch it up. He can maul you. He can box you from the outside. His 1-2, his jab is on point. Overall, just strong. And Wilder was just outgunned. Wilder started off with a game plan in the very first round and just abandoned it. You know what I mean? Like, the jab to the body was nice. The jab to the body was working. It was effective. But Wilder abandoned the jab after the first round and was looking for more power punches. Fury's, his 1-2 is just so basic, but it's basic, but it's going to work if your opponent's not moving his head. Let's put it that way. Like, if Wilder's not moving his head or ducking, if he's pulling back, then you make it easier for your opponent to just constantly hit you with the same combination over and over. Wilder, he did get Fury knocked him down with a hard right hand in the third round. He rocked him in the second round, and I don't think he ever recovered from it. So he dropped him in the third. Then Wilder dropped Fury 2 times in the fourth, but instead of hurting Fury, it's like Fury kind of woke up and fought with more urgency. Like Tyson Fury, like, he woke up and had more urgency, and he had a different look on his face. Like, he wasn't wobbly. He came back with the urgency to go after Wilder and box him and maul Wilder and lay on him and, put his punches together and just beat him up. Wilder had a few more moments in like round 5, maybe a couple down the road, but overall, like, Fury was always one step ahead with the weight, and the punches, the output. Wilder would land 1-2 and stop. I think he was really gassed out, like either an adrenaline dump, and he never really could capture the fire of the first fight or even the first round of this fight and put anything together. Like, Fury was just basic on him, 1-2, lay on him, lay on him, put his weight on him, and wear him out. Till finally he dropped him in the 10th round and dropped him again, and final time in the 11th. So overall, yeah, it was a good fight. I know a lot of people are still talking and being dramatic about it, but my thing is, like, it's over now. It's over. Fury proved he was the better man with his skill set. I had questions about how the second fight went to myself, like Wilder not looking the same, but Fury just showed you that he's more of a fighter that can take you into deep waters, and there's mental strength there. It's like a steel trap mind, and I don't think Wilder had that going into this fight. Like, he had the warrior mentality to go out on his shield, but he didn't have the mind to level up in every round. Like, he started fresh, but he would go down. Whereas Fury got knocked down in round 4 twice. He came up. Like, Fury didn't deteriorate. He got stronger as the fight went on. And that's what a boxer does. Like, boxer got to get stronger as the fight progresses, you know. He showed how tough he was. You know, the ability to just take away Wilder's punching power, take his power, and fight through the storm and just lay on Wilder, like I said, and just make it all around ugly, you know. And knockout punchers aren't really they're not used to this tactic of boxing and wrestling. You know, they're not used to that boxing and mauling. Like, punchers are just used to being punchers, like Mike Tyson. Like, go back and look at Evander Holyfield. Evander Holyfield mauled the hell out of Tyson to get him. You know, combinations and mauling, good combination of boxing and wrestling in there. Like, I have no problem with laying on a guy in boxing. Like, shouldn't be. There's no law against it. I mean, if you can lay on him and put your weight on him and you maul him, that's a part of the game. It's a fight. It's a fight. You know what I mean? It makes it interesting styles. I don't care. You know, I like when a guy can do that. You know, Wilder, that should have been his point to counter the mauling style with his own rough tactics. You know, if a guy elbows you, you elbow him back. You know, you don't try to make drastic changes in a camp if your body's not really used to it. You know, like, I don't think Wilder was going to box the way everybody thought he was going to box after, you know, one switch up. You know, and I also think Tyson Fury's more of a listener. You know, let's be real. Tyson Fury's more of a listener. Like, when Sugar Hill tells him what to change and what to do, he's going to do it. You know why? Because he really, really, really wants to win. Not saying Wilder doesn't want to win, but I think Tyson Fury has another level of you know, I got to go in there and get it. You know? Colton said Wilder's mentality was broken after the second fight. Second fight told it all. Right. Mark said, combo, do you think Fury or Wilder, trouble Ali, Frazier, Holmes, Holyfield, Tyson, and Lexington? Oh, no, not at all, Mark. My dad was watching the fight. My mom was watching the fight, too, and they were like, oh, they don't hold nothing to Ali and Lennox Lewis and so on. No, man. They don't do nothing to them. Like, Larry Holmes could do the catch and pitch. You know what I mean? You throw a straight, he catches your jab and he counters with the right hand. You know what I mean? Larry Holmes was catch and pitch. Boom. Open hands, he would like catch your punches and then counter with his right hand. And he had a beautiful jab, spear-like jab. Frazier, you know, Frazier invented this style. You know, Frazier's a monster. You know, he's constantly coming at you for 12 rounds or 15 rounds. You know, that was a 15-round day. You know what I mean? Ali, come on, Ali the greatest. And Holyfield, I mean, he beat the second coming of George Foreman with combinations and, you know, knocked Burt Cooper out after Burt Cooper rocked the hell out of him. You know what I mean? Like, so, Lennox Lewis out for revenge, you know, against Hasim Rahman. Remember that two-piece? Like, oh, man, like, Lennox Lewis invented the hit 1-2 and maul, you know what I mean? Lay on you and, oh, man, Lennox Lewis is like my top 10 heavyweights of all time. So, Fury or Wilder don't touch any of them. Fury or Wilder don't even touch. Tyson Fury does not touch. Tyson Fury is the man now, but he holds no crown to these guys, man. Not at all, man. I mean, most of these guys you named are like, I would put in my top 10 heavyweights of all time, you know. I mean, I really got to go through the list, but yeah, Ali and Holyfield are definitely in there, and Lennox Lewis, Jack Johnson's in there, you know, Larry's in there. So yeah, for Joe is in there for sure, yeah. Marcus Bell. Some people forget that Otto Wallin gave Fury trouble. Exactly. Yeah. Like I was in somebody else's chat, and I brought that up too. I was like, if before the fight, yeah, I think it was boxing conversations with Reggie Owens. You know, he does a boxing show, and I was in his chat, and like he was discussing like what Wilder has to do to beat Fury, and my point was that I was like, you got to do what Otto Wallin does. You know, Otto Wallin, he was a southpaw. He was in the chest. He was working the body. He was mauling Tyson Fury. You know, he fight Tyson Fury in a gritty fight. So yeah, like Otto Wallin's stock goes up. Like Otto Wallin is a good fighter. I think he'll probably beat Dillian White. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Otto Wallin, you know, he definitely did something that Otto Wallin has something that agitates Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder didn't have. Deontay Wilder, like I said, Deontay Wilder's not an inside fighter. You know, he's not a good inside fighter like that. Colton said, "Why do you think boxing would decline, though? Usually athletes improve over times due to natural progression." Do you mean boxers? Why boxers would decline, or if you mean the sport? Well, the sport of boxing declined, I think, because you know there's too many divas. You know, too many divas are holding out for more money. Like if you talk about why boxers decline, but why boxing is declined. And if you mean like a fighter in a fight, I think they decline because they're not used to certain things and they're not doing the right things in training camp. You know? Oh yeah, Mark said he was a bit bored. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, like, yeah, I agree with you, man. Yeah, like, I was more so happy to see a fight where two guys wanted to fight and there was action. You know what I mean? Like this, you know, there hasn't been any great fights this year, so I was really like jonesing for a fight. You know what I mean? I was jonesing for a big fight this year. But yeah, when you look at like the heavyweights in the day, they were smaller, they were more athletic. These guys nowadays are just so big, man. They're just so big and, you know, like giants, and they can be slow and lethargic. It gets kind of annoying. Like, I remember when Klitschko's hit the scene, I was like, man, this is weird. Like, heavyweights are this big now? It was crazy. I don't know. Yeah, I was like, man, what's going on? Like, these heavyweights are too big. So, yeah, I see where you're coming from. Like, towards the mid part of the fight, yeah, it got a little bit of boring when it was just kind of one-sided, and you're like, oh boy, you gonna get knocked out or what? Marks, I think Ray Leonard, Hearns, Hagler, and Dern smoked the current guys. Floyd is on his own level. Yeah, Hearns is one of my favorite fighters. I think Hearns is a good combination puncher. Beautiful body attack. I like Ray Leonard, but I like Hearns a little bit more. I like Duran a lot. Duran's a complete fighter, in my opinion. Hagler, you know, freakish dedication to the game, always made weight. Beautiful, you know. Hagler, rest in peace, you know, beautiful stamina. He's a guy. If Hagler was a heavyweight, Hagler would be like the epitome of what a heavyweight should be. You know, Hagler is like great conditioning, man, great chin, always on weight, discipline, man, hard worker. Yeah, Hagler, one of the best. But yeah, Duran is a great complete fighter though, man. Like 5'7", but he'll beat the biggest guys out there. Robot Chicken said Wilder gained too much weight. He should have been fighting lighter to me, or be more elusive. Yeah, like it's a lot of weight for his legs. You know what I mean? Like it was a lot of weight for somebody that doesn't do road work. You know, Wilder doesn't do road work. Wilder doesn't run, man, and that'll cost you. running is a big part of boxing, man. Like, my sister actually sent me this link to Muhammad Ali. I might have to post it here for y'all. Like, watch this video. Hang on, let me pull this link up. I'm gonna send y'all this link, and I want y'all to watch it because this is why this is what you have to do if you want to be a fighter. Hold on 1 second. Let me pull this thing up. I'm not gonna play it here, but I'll let y'all watch it later. Okay. This. Okay. All right. Any of y'all can watch it. I just tagged a few of y'all so y'all would see it. But that this is why. Okay, this is why. This is why you don't stop running. I mean, or you always run as a boxer. Robot Chicken said, when you're big like Wilder Fury, can see the punches coming. Yeah. Well, I think it's mutual. You know, I think both guys should be able to see the punches coming, and I think it's just a bad look at head movement. You know what I mean? Like, I can see Fury's punches coming, but it's just the way you duck them. Like, you don't pull straight back, because you pull straight back, he's going to hit you. His reach is like 80 inches, man. You know what I mean? Like, you got to duck. You have to duck. Ali was the only guy that could get away with the pullback in the heavyweight division back in the day, you know? Colton said, who is the best boxer in your opinion? Best boxer of all time? I mean, for me, you know, my favorite is Muhammad Ali, so say either him, either him. Floyd is, you know, held his own as one of the best defensive fighters, but like all around, Ali was, you know, I'd say one of the best because he fought the best in his era. You know, Larry Holmes, he had a great skill set, but yeah, I definitely think Ali was one to fight in one of the toughest eras in boxing. Big George, yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy though, man. It's crazy because like Tyson Fury's a big guy, but he can move, man. Like, you know, Tyson Fury, for a guy his size, has a lot of elusiveness to him, man. So yeah, man. Good fight. Good fight. Like I said, yeah, Mark, it don't hold any weight to the best fights we've seen, like Tyson Holyfield. You know, that was a great fight. You know, Bo and Evander and Bo, you know, going at it. You know, don't hold any weight to that. Lennox Lewis versus Vitaly Klitschko, that was a great fight. Don't hold any weight to those fights to me, but it was, you know, it's got its place in history. You know, I'm kind of an old head when it comes to boxing with some things, but yeah, I give them their credit definitely because they trained and they got in there. But you know, yeah. But what else, y'all? What do you want to talk about before we get up out of here? What else? Any WMMA questions and WMMA topics we can talk about real quick? Hang on one second, y'all. Let me know what else we should talk about real quick in the WMMA world. Oh yeah, rest in peace to Robot Chicken. Rest in peace to Vernon Forrest. Yeah, man. The great fight. Yeah, both of those, man. Vernon Forrest had his number. That's a good example too, man. He had his number, man. Vernon Forrest. Oh man, sad he's gone. Yeah, man. But that was a good fight. He outboxed Shane Mosley, and oh man, like dang, they knocked him out in one fight, I think. Robot. Oh, Martin Robinson said, "I hate to think this because Dern is so young, but I think Dern might have reached her ceiling, and I don't think she does better at 125." I agree with the second part. I agree with the second part. She does not do better at 125. Jennifer Maia would beat Mackenzie Dern. I'm sorry. Jennifer Maia would beat Mackenzie Dern. Taylor Santos would beat Mackenzie Dern. Guess who else would beat Mackenzie Dern? Caitlin Chikagan. Okay, I'm not even gonna take it to Andrade. I'm not even gonna go to. I'm not even gonna go that route because we already know Andrade is, her own level too. But yes or no, y'all know Caitlin Chikagan, Maya Santos, Roxanne. Roxanne might beat Dern, y'all. Come on, Roxanne probably beat Dern. Yeah, you're right, Marcus. Yeah, you told people not to push too much sauce. Everybody put sauce on that Dern fight, boy. When she won that, they was like, man, we gonna sauce this up. But yeah, it's like she beat Nina Ansaroff. They was like, she gonna beat Rose. She gonna beat Wei Lee. I was like, man, let me pump the brakes, man. Y'all know Carla and Wei Lee. They still got better wrestling than Mackenzie Dern and better hands. Yeah, Mark, I heard that. Yeah, let's talk about that. Did you hear that Alexa is hurt now? I knew she was out. I didn't know what it was, but yeah, I heard it's JoJo and Taylor now. Dang, got one of my triple threat in there with my girl JoJo, man. I don't know. You want the real? I gotta pick Taylor Santos over JoJo. I think Taylor has a very good ground game. But don't get it twisted now. JoJo's got a good right hand, and Taylor Santos can get hit with the right hand. But if Taylor closes that distance, clinch control, strength, position to the fence, top position, her side control, her half guard, it's all too physical for JoJo. I mean, she couldn't handle Lauren Murphy on the ground, so I got to lean towards Taylor though. You know, love JoJo, but I mean Taylor's on the come up right now. May the best woman win. Robot Chicks, I thought Dern was getting better at striking it last night. She regressed. She regressed, bro. She regressed big time. She regressed big time, man. She just like I don't know what she was doing. Marcus said the person who'll be fighting the better version of Nina is Amanda Lemos. Yeah, I think so. And when Amanda Lemos get it, and how she gets it, yeah. Yeah, Robot. If Murphy did it, I think Santos, she could do it because Santos is going straight for the ground in these rounds, man. Oh, sorry, I was doing something. Cole said, "How high up do y'all think Agapova can go? Can she outstrike someone like Calvillo?" Um, I think Agapova can get into the top 15 for right now. Um, I think Agapova gets into the top 15, but who could beat her? I don't know, man. Like Agapova, she gets into the top 15. I think if her Miranda fight, that would be good. I think Miranda's like got that style that could close in and put the strength on her. Like if it gets to the ground, that might be Agapova's trouble. Yeah, Marcus said Agapova will have issues with grapplers. That's why I think too. Like I think her issue will be with grapplers, and I think that'll be her problem. Like if you can close distance on her and you start working her body, you can probably gas her out, take her down, and maul her. I don't know, man. Andrea Lee might would give Agapova trouble though, because she's got the judo, she's got the jiu-jitsu. I got Agapova beating Antonina. Somebody else earlier said Antonina versus Agapova, but I got Agapova in that fight. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Dern striking, it was regressed, man. Like Askren level. Robot Chicken says on Askren level. Mark Robinson said, if Taylor wins, she's right in the mix with the dominant win. The UFC may throw her right at Valentina. I hope not. I hope they don't. I don't know. That's gonna be interesting. Moreau versus Agapova gonna be interesting, but Agapova got some good counter punching too, though. I don't know. I mean, what round was that? Marina Rodriguez, like, I think it was the fourth round. Like, she just landed like 20 something body strikes to Dern zero. That's how bad it was going. Then it was like body strikes, leg strikes. One round, Dern didn't land anything. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know, man. Antonina might need to retire. Yeah. Might not be the might about it, right? Ain't no might about it. Why did Grasso pull out? Is it because of an injury? I mean, we know Holly Holm had to pull out because of injury. Why she had to pull out? Is it a waiting game? Maybe she want to get another fight. That's the crazy part. We talk about Marina on the ground looking lost, but Antonina Shevchenko, boy, when she's on the ground, I'm terrified for her. But whenever Marina's on the ground, I'm more just like, okay, let's get it going, let's get up. You think she playing with fire, but it's like I ain't too scared for her. Like whenever Antonina's on her back, I kind of feel bad, man, because like these girls be like whooping her, man. They be putting the ground and pound on her, putting the full mount, judo tossing her. Like Marina just be surviving, man. So I give her credit, man. Yeah, you're. Let's see here. Yeah, like it's like terrifying to watch her on the ground sometimes, man, because it's like she's just really in in for something because everybody's like just wailing away on her. I feel bad for her. What? Yeah, what went wrong? That's the issue, man, with some of these fights today I've been talking about, man. There's something that some of these fighters just don't capitalize on. And not capitalize on some of their strengths. Mark said, I think Alexa might be holding out because she don't want Valentina to smoke yet. It might be. That's how it's always gonna be, Robot. Whenever Valentina see her sister fight, you know what I mean? Like, she always gonna go from like hype to worried. I'm not trying to be funny, but that's true, man. You know, like she always gonna go like, because if she until she like develops some takedown defense and some basic basic maneuvering in there, she always gonna get taken down like that. Mark said, "What's your thoughts on Bud and PFL?" I actually like that, man. She gonna be fighting Caitlin Young. I got to talk about some of that stuff this week too, man. Got that ONE FC to talk about. PFL on the rise. You know, Clarissa Shields gonna be in there. I like it, man. I think Julia Budd has done everything she could in Bellator. So, you know, it's time to move on and see what she looks like at 155. Like, I think with her addition and her experience, she could get pretty far. You know, Kayla's gonna be trouble though. I ain't gonna lie, Kayla's like just naturally, physically strong and bigger than all these ladies. That her being so massive is an issue until you're a really, really good striker and you're just about as strong. But I think Julia Budd taking on Caitlin Young, that's gonna be a good fight. Uh, kind of 50-50 on that one though. You know, I know Caitlin Young is a great striker, man, with her, you know, with putting her kicks and hands together. But you know, Bud, I think she has a good clinch control in wrestling. So it's gonna be competitive. But I like Bud adding that experience factor in the PFL, man. Okay, Grasso's out with an arm injury. All right, Grasso's out with an arm injury. Uh, Cole said, "What do you think?" Cole said, "Media member asked Valentina, what do you think about these girls saying they want to beat up your sister in hopes to get a title shot?" Dang, why would you ask that? How did she answer? I mean, does anybody got the link to that? I gotta watch that. Mark said before I was in Denver, but now I want JoJo to win because I think it's too early for these younger fighters to fight Valentina. Yeah, yeah, I'd rather see JoJo get that title shot, honestly. You know, just because. Yeah, man. Wow, I don't know why you would ask that question though, man. That's crazy. I mean, media usually asks crazy stuff like that anyway, so I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, let's see though. I'm trying to find it. I don't see it. Okay, the pre-press conference for her. Oh, the pre-press fight before Lauren Murphy. All right, I'll check it out. Who's that? Said hey. She said no, 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 no. Valentina was like, hey, no. Did she get mad? Like, what was her response? Like, did she get mad or did she just go to the next question? Oh yeah, Ebos and Jandaroba. Yeah, 27th we got PFL. We got 1FC. Then we got Ebos versus Jandaroba. Yeah, I'm going with Jandaroba. Oh yeah, and this Saturday we got Manon and Myra Buena Silva too, man. Aspen Lad, Norma Dumont is the main event. Then we got Norma Dumont. Yeah, Norma Dumont. Then we got Manon Firo and Myra Buena Silva as the. I think they're on the. I think they're on the main card. Oh yeah, you know what? I saw that now. Now that you worded it like that, she was like, I don't know who actually thinks that. I saw that. Yeah, because somebody had asked her that. They was like, what do you think of these girls wanting to build a name off her, right? And she was like, I don't know anybody that said that. And I know I was thinking of like, Miranda wanting to fight her sister, wanting to fight Antonina. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I heard it. I heard it now. Yeah, it's been a couple weeks, but yeah, I remember now. Yeah, because he was like, what do you think of girls wanting to fight your sister, for her name or whatever? And she was like, I don't know anybody that really thinks that, which, yeah, I guess she's not really paying attention to that, so. Hmm. Wow, man. Media crazy, though, man. Yeah, yeah. I know what you mean. Like, she answered different, but yeah, she definitely got a reaction out of there. Yeah. I'm going to go back and look at her facial expression, though, because I was listening to it, so. I just had it playing. I wasn't watching the video, but yeah, I'll go back and look. Mark said he's gonna take Verna. Now Verna's tough though, man. Verna's all focus. She's all focus, man. Mark Roberts said Chikagan is looking real big on her IG. Looks like she's planning to chill for a bit. Yeah, she's chilling right now, man. Maybe until she can get that Grasso fight, then you'll probably see her come out of retirement. She's all focus, man. Mark Roberts said Chikagan. Yeah, Cole. I don't know, man. Maybe when they start talking about her, I don't know. That might make Valentina even more pissed. That probably make Valentina get more, even more pissed off and work harder to break your skull or something. You know what I mean? Like she's gonna really want to go in there and choke you out. But yeah, let's before we get up out of here, let's do a let's pull up some fights, man. There's some underground fights I gotta go back and watch too, man. There's like some fights this week I gotta go back and cover, because I want to start covering some more of these WMMA fights on the like I've been covering, like Cage Fury and LFA, like even lower circuit ones I've been looking at. I need to go back into watching some more so I can cover them. Oh man, oh shoot, okay. Let's see. So I don't know. Irene ain't got no opponent yet, right? All right. So next Saturday, y'all. All right. Next Saturday, October 16th, we have in the strawweight division we have Ariane Carnelossi versus Estela Nunez. And oh man, we got Sarge. Okay, that's Sarge is on this card next week. Okay, we got Sajar Eubank versus Luana Carolina. All right, and that's on the prelims next week. Then on the main card we have let's see, Manon Firo and Myra Buena Silva. Okay, so they're on the main card. And the main event, Aspen Ladd and Norma Dumont. All right, so we got 4 fights again. Let's pray that we get 4 fights. All right, so I've got, okay, Mark said he's got Manon, Sarge, Dumont, Carnellosi. Same thing. That's everybody I got. I got Dumont winning the main event. I got Sarge winning against Luana Carolina. I got Manon, and I got Carnellosi. Mark said Irene was supposed to fight GDR. Yeah, GDR pulled out. Yeah, EFC. I gotta watch some of them fights. Yeah, they got good fights. Yeah. Yeah, there's some more I gotta go back and watch, man. For real. But yeah, hopefully we get all 4 fights this weekend, man. This weekend coming. I mean, hopefully, man. I know Erin Blanchfield says she wants to come back in November. Maybe they can get her somebody. Jessie Jess and Jocelyn Edwards, they fight on the 23rd. Dang, Jessica Rose Clark got a co-main event the next weekend. Dang. Jessica Rose Clark is a co-main event. Jessie Jess is a co-main event October 23rd. I ain't seen her in a minute, though. I think Agapova would get ragdoll by Valentina, honestly, man. I think she would get ragdoll. Yeah. I don't think her striking would be a problem for Valentina. Oh, Brian Williams said I got the same, but I think Ladd edges Dumont. I don't know.
I gotta go with Dumont.
I think Dumont showed me something when she was able to handle that. Well, it's 2 different styles, you know. I know what's her name is different. Felicia Spencer is different, but still, I think she can handle her. I think she can handle Ladd's strength. Mark Robinson, if Irene beat GDR, she'll probably have gotten the title shot. Yeah, I think so. Irene Alexis title eliminator matches got messed up. Yeah. Oh yeah, Cole said hater. You know, Agapova would get Agapova striking not gonna hold up against Valentina. She gonna close that distance and take her down. Cause she ain't gonna chase her. You know, she ain't gonna chase her. Oh, Mark said Blanchfield versus Agapova. He's taking. Oh, you take a. Oh boy. Now I'm gonna go with Blanchfield in that fight. I would go with Blanchfield by submission or ground and pound. It's crazy. They both lost to Tracy Cortez, though. Tracy Cortez, man, I guess she should be in my triple threat or triple four, right? Not triple four, but quadruple threat, right? Yeah, Tracy Cortez beat them both, so you know, so maybe we got to think higher of Tracy, but Tracy's just not in the mix as much, man. Tracy Cortez got these wins, but she just ain't in there much. Marcus said Taylor Santos makes more sense to fight Valentina's than now since she's in the top along with fighting JoJo. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if she's ready, though, man. I don't know. I think Agapova versus Valentina might go like Joanna versus Valentina, honestly. Like, and she got hands now. She got power, but I think Valentina's going to get her timing down. And she's going to be kicking her in the body and kicking her back, you know, with those push kicks. It would be like Joanna because she's fast and she has combinations, but it comes down to timing. And Valentina's got great timing. I think Manone's more of a problem for. I think Manone is more of a problem for Valentina. Would be more of a problem for Valentina. Brian Williams said, I'm entertaining, man." He said, "Why are we even mentioning? Because we're entertaining." Colton brought it up, so we're just entertaining it, man. Let's see. There's a video here by MMA Junkie. Says, "Did Dern get exposed in the main event loss?" That's a question for y'all right there. Okay, MMA Junkie just put out a video called "Did Mackenzie Dern get exposed in the main event?" Do you agree? Yes or no? I haven't watched it yet. I just see it here on the side. Did Mackenzie Dern get exposed in main event loss? MMA Junkie has their take. But what is your take? Yes or no? Yeah, let's see. Cortez needs to fight more often. I need to see her fight up. Maybe Maverick or Barber. Yeah, somebody like that. That would be a good fight for Tracy Cortez. All right. All right. So what do y'all think, man? So what do y'all think? Dern was exposed? I'm actually gonna watch this when I get off here with y'all. It's like a 3-minute video. I mean, the answer is obvious to me. She got stuff to work on, so that pretty much say it. But what do y'all think, man? Exposed or not? No, those who already knew. Yeah, yeah. I already knew. Ulysses said definitely. Okay, yeah, yeah. I think Dern has already been exposed. Right, right. Yeah, Ebos. Yeah, Ebos did. Ebos did that fight. So yeah. Mark said, "Yep, she was exposed badly." Okay. Right. Yeah, very badly exposed. Colton said BJ convinced everybody with his passion. Oh man, not me. He had y'all. I thought that was everybody else was doing. I didn't think he was convincing everybody. I thought everybody um I thought everybody pretty much was on that boat and just said she's gonna submit and beat her. I said nope. I gotta go with Marina Rodriguez. But Mazu Agapova, I was pretty much just going in there and picking. I said, okay, it's gonna be a good competitive fight, but turned out to be pretty one-sided. You never know. Seems like the higher ranked fights they're easier to kind of call sometimes than the lower ranked fights, because you never know what's gonna happen in these lower ranked fights, because everybody's still kind of growing as a fighter. You know what I mean? Colton had both Agapova and Marina Rodriguez. Okay. Well, ain't you just special? All right. Let's see. MMA Junkie said, "Who should Marina Rodriguez fight after main event?" I think we all know. Juarez could fight. Yeah, Juarez could fight somebody like Gloria DePaula or Sam Hughes. Juarez could fight Vanessa Demopoulos if she comes back down to 115. Nah, that'd be a little bit too big step for her. Maybe Juarez and Kay Hansen. I don't know. Juarez and what is the one chick's name? What is her name? Keep forgetting her name right now. Yeah, give him punk. It's Halloween, right? You deserve. Give him a cigar. Give him a cigar. He got both of them right. I don't know, man. Strawweight division is a tough one, man. So it's really gonna be hard to match Juarez up, like after seeing what she went through too, man. Like who all is? Let's see, who has Juarez beat? In her come up to get to the Contender Series. Tabitha Ricci, maybe she could fight her next. Yeah, Tabitha Ricci go back down to 115. Tabitha Ricci versus Juarez, that'd be a good fight. She's lost to Ariane Lipsky early in her career. She beat Diana Reyes. She's lost to Pauliana Bateo. She's beat Vanessa Mello in her career. Okay. Wow. She's been around for 11 years. I just realized it. Juarez been around 11 years, so she's got to be, let me see, 36. Oh, wow. Did y'all know that? Savannah Gomez is 36? I didn't know her career was that extended, man. I forgot about her, man. She's been in the game since 2010. Bateo, Mello, Lipsky. Those are some of the bigger names. She was supposed to fight at 125. Wow. She was going to fight Shevchenko and Mazo, but those fights got canceled. So she was fighting at 125. So she got a lot of experience. But, so, Ganita has beat somebody with a lot of experience. You know, Ganita has beat somebody with a lot of experience on her belt. So, yeah, Ganita is, she took on somebody that was, yeah, she took on a veteran, man. Yeah, Ulysses, yeah, she was a veteran, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really go back and do much research on her, man, but, yeah. Yeah, she was a veteran, so, you know, Ganita is beating her, that was actually, like, yeah, you know, not a step down from Sam Hughes, you know what I mean? It was a good fight. Because she fought somebody experienced too. Oh yeah, Tabitha Ricci's right now. Oliveira, yeah, this month. Okay, Tabitha Ricci back down to 115. That's where she need to be, right? Because Manon, boy, oh my God, that fight should have never happened. Let's see the Baby Shark. I see high hopes in the Baby Shark too, man. But she shouldn't have fought at 125, man. Such a big, huge flyweight like that, man. Yeah, October 23rd. Yeah, Ricci and Oliveira gonna fight on this Costa Vittori card. Ooh, Souza and Randa Marcos is on this card too. Oh, Jesse and Johnson Edwards, they're not co-main event. They're farther down the card. They're on the prelims. I was about to say they don't need to be no doggone co-main event. They're on the prelims. Yeah, so Ricci's back down to 115. Good, good. That's where she needs to be. Yeah, man. So, what else we got going on this week? I need to check out. Yeah, let me pull up this event card. I don't know. Andrea Lee. Andrea Lee still got some. Andrea Lee got a lot of work to do, man. Number 12. It's possible, man. Got to be focused though, man. I honestly, man, Andrea Lee. I'd like to see something like her add something to the game, man. Like, I'd like to see Andrea in the top 10. I ain't gonna lie. Like, put Andrea Lee in the top 10. If she gets there. Like, don't put her in there, but like, I'd like to see her fight her way and get there. I'm kind of going with Jocelyn Edwards, but I'm not sure. Ulysses says she looked very small against Manon. Yeah, she did. Colton said, I hate Andrea Lee because she's racist, and she's not. I didn't say I hate her. I don't hate any of these fighters. Mark Robinson said, I think Waterson might hang it up soon. I don't think she's going to like not being in the top 10. I think Ebos and Lemos can beat her. Yeah, I mean, if both of those are going to be tough fights for her. I mean, Waterson did all right in the Marina Rodriguez fight. She did all right at 125. Let's look at this Contender Series card real quick. Who is... Okay, Maria Silva, undefeated Maria Silva, is now going to take on Catherine Paprocki. It's a strawweight fight, so I'll check that out. There's a one championship card this Friday on the 15th. Some Muay Thai card, I think. Yeah, man, Andrea Lee, she all right, man. I mean, if she fight her way into the top 10, I mean, it'd be interesting. Yeah. Yeah, that wasn't smart, though. I mean, I know you want to get into the UFC, but taking that fight on short notice against a monster flyweight, that was crazy. I mean, Manon didn't treat her like she was a small fighter. She went in there and beat her down, man. Held that head and beat her in the head and then dropped her. I was like, wow. I ain't going to take no... If it's not my weight class, I'm not going to go in there like that. I'm just saying. Okay, y'all. We're going to put this thing to a close in like 3 minutes. So, yeah, man, final thoughts, though. I think, everything was pretty good this weekend. Everything as far as the UFC fights were solid. Good men fights as well. There was a bloody battle. Was it Jackson versus what is his name? I can't remember, but he was busted up. Well, he had a cut. He still prevailed. From here, we need to see Lupina Ganita. She just beat a veteran. Let's see her in there with Corey McKenna. Luana Pinheiro, who's she fighting again? Like maybe that would be a good fight. Sam Hughes, that's still a good fight. Mazo, she's got a lot of work to do, you know. Agapova, let's get her in there with Marina Moreau. That's what she wants. Let's get it. Mackenzie Dern, they trying to shoot her up to the top a little too early, man. And I mean, everything just kind of went out the door in that fight. You know, got to go fight down. Marina Rodriguez, let's get that Joanna fight. Tyson Fury just proved he's the number one heavyweight in the world. You know, Wilder, I don't know. You know, he could still knock out I think Wilder could still knock out a lot of the other guys in the division, but it all depends on if his aura is gone. You know, if his aura is gone, then a lot of guys are going to rush him. You know, so, you know, instead of taking unnecessary punishment, you know, I don't know, maybe you might want to call it a day. I mean, he's got everything he needs, the family, the money, his brand. No need to risk it, right? So, yeah, before we go, let's see. Mark Robinson says, I'm going to need Carla to fight soon. Yeah. Mark says, should Zamboanga be replacing Ham instead of Metsa Barber? I think so. I think Zamboanga should get it. Because Metsa Barber was on the, she was on the backup card, but her fight was okay. But I think Zamboanga beat Ham, so let's give it to the right person. Zama said Usyk will beat Fury pretty easily. Hey, it's possible. Usyk got skills. Like, let's not forget Usyk, because I wasn't too sure if any of y'all familiar with Usyk, but yeah, Alexander Usyk. I mean, he beat the brakes off of Joshua, man. Usyk can very well beat Fury. Like, he's got the boxing, he's got the movement. He's gonna move his head. He's not gonna be there to be hit. He can counter. He used to be a cruiserweight, so he's fast. Yeah, Usyk could very well do it. I mean, don't expect like an action-packed fight, but Usyk versus Fury, that'll be a good boxing match. That'll be for all of the damn belts too. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that Zaman. Yeah, Marcus said Claudia's somewhere sucking up all the oxygen. Man, Claudia, man, I don't know. She got things going on, right? Some issues, not like mental issues. I'm just saying, like, stuff holding her back from fighting, huh? All right, Mark. Mark said he's got to go. I'm actually about to wrap this thing up myself. Glad everybody could join me. Glad you could make it to the end. But yeah, let's wrap this thing up. We'll be back on tomorrow. I'm taking some time off. I'm on vacation, so yeah, we can get back on here tomorrow. We'll talk, man. We're gonna talk about other stuff, man. I want to talk about takedown defense tomorrow. I'm going to talk about takedown defense tomorrow and stuff like that. So, yeah, tune in tomorrow, 7 p.m., and we'll get the conversation going again. Like always, you know, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. You keep hitting the thumbs up, I'll keep on doing these. And, yeah, man, we'll be back on. Everything was good this weekend. And everybody got to go back into the work week this week. So, everybody be safe and try to enjoy your Monday tomorrow. Like always, Combo Breaker 99. I am out. Subscribe. Peace.